Welcome back to Good Day. So if you like history, like presidents, and like to get out of the house to see how things were back in the day, we have just the place for you this morning.
And kind of way back in the day a little bit. Kristina Smith is here from the Hayes Presidential Center in Fremont with a presidential holiday invitation. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So this is what you wear every day, huh?
Oh, yes. This is my favorite outfit. So.
Tell us a little bit about the outfit.
So this is our serving maid costume that we break out for some of our holiday events each year. So I'm wearing it today because for our Hayes Home Holiday events this year, we will be serving wassail to some of our guests, which wassail is a common drink that they would serve at the holiday season during the Victorian era. We know it today as hot mulled cider with spices. So if you come to Hayes Home Holidays, you will get to enjoy some wassail, and I will serve it to you wearing this lovely outfit.
Wearing that.
And you put this, you put the wassail together.
I do.
So
yes.
Can you tell us the recipe?
I can.
Secret?
Yes. It is a recipe I got from my mom. So it's basically apple cider, and this is locally sourced apple cider. And you put some cinnamon sticks in, some whole cloves, some allspice, some orange slices, and some brown sugar. And you mull it for about 2 hours or so. You can do it a little bit longer.
It's work involved.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So I picture, you know, back in the Victorian era, maybe there's a big pot over the hearth, and you know that just kind of cooks there for a bit. But now these days we might use a crock pot.
Yes, I usually use a crock pot. Yes, spoiler alert. So,
but still, keeping that history alive though, and giving people a taste of what things were like. You know, what we're talking Civil War era for this year's event.
Yes. So the theme this year is Civil War, and they would have had the wassail then as well. Victorian era is very long, so that works pretty well for us. And Civil War is a great fit for us because President Hayes, of course, served in the Civil War. He felt like it was his greatest accomplishment in life, more so than being president. And this year we're talking about soldiers who were on furlough from service, so they actually got to come home. And we're also talking about soldiers who didn't get to come home. So you get to see the perspective of both soldiers who get the break, get to come home, those who didn't, but also women in the Civil War. And this year we're also adding some of what the Hayes servants were doing at that time as well. So you really get the full perspective of people at that time period.
Yeah, why the focus of that time period and giving people a perspective of those soldiers who were able to go home and others who were not? Why is that important to do?
Well, I think it's something, there's a lot of interest in that time period, but really it still resonates today. I mean, if you know, we have troops overseas today who can't come home. So it's something that even though it was so long ago and things are different, they're still somewhat the same as well. You know, thankfully there's technology where people can still talk to their loved ones overseas, but it's not quite the same. So,
but it can still resonate for sure.
Yes, they can relate
with local families. So this is coming up on the 20th and the 21st. They'll take a tour through the house.
They'll have a lantern guided tour with one of our Civil War reenactors. They'll bring them over to the home, and then they'll get to meet our costume performers.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the decorations because, you know, we talked the other day about somebody who had 600 trees or something in their house. But, you know, that's not how they did it.
Right.
Back at this time.
Yeah. So sometimes it's kind of a shock. People come in the house and they're like, wait a minute, because you know, like I think I have, I don't know, 6 Christmas trees in my house. So no, they did not do that back then. It was not like Christmas threw up everywhere. So Rutherford and Lucy had a feather tree in their room. We do know that. So we have a replica feather tree in their bedroom. And we do have a big Christmas tree in the large parlor because the later generations did. So this year we have Civil War themed decorations that would have been similar for that era. Most likely they would not have had a giant Christmas tree. We're kind of mashing the later generations with the Civil War era. So we really tried to keep things historically accurate. They most likely would have brought in some greenery from outside, maybe had some poinsettias if they could get them, that sort of thing. Another thing I find really interesting about that era is they didn't always associate red and green with that time period. Like if you see cards from then, you see colors that you might think of with like the Easter or springtime season, you know, with lilies and things like that.
Yeah, so authenticity is important just to really help people to walk inside and get a good grasp and not bring the fear future into the past.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's very different than what we might think of, but that is important. Authenticity is very important to us, to really see this is how they did things and maybe see what's similar to today and what is different to today.
Note of
or kind of see where some of those things, where they came from, where they originated a little bit, what they evolved into as we see it today.
Yeah, where we get some of our traditions.
Yeah, so trains though, I want to mention trains.
Yes.
That's typically an important thing, I think, at the Hay Center.
Yes, that's one of our beloved traditions. Thanks for bringing that up. Yes, and if you come to Hay's Home Holidays, that's part of it. You get to see the trains before you go over to the house, and they are on all season in the museum, 7 days a week. They are free to the public. We have a model train display called the Hay's Train Special, and you can come see all these model trains running through. You get to blow the train whistle, which is my favorite, but there are all kinds of different interactive things you can do, and that's up through January the 5th.
Yeah, and family friendly, because the kiddos can come and learn a lot too, right?
Yes, they love it, and Hay's Home Holidays, of course, is family friendly as well. And I almost forgot, speaking of that, we do have at Hay's Home Holidays, there will be a special surprise guest as well.
Oh, okay.
So that will be something you might want to see. So
the 20th and the 21st, do people get tickets online, or
they
get them at the door?
Well, they can do both. So we recommend advance tickets just to make sure you can get them. But if we have tickets still that night, you can get them at the door. They're at rbhays.org. If you don't like buying online, give us a call or come to the front desk.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more Good Day. Make sure you stay with us.
Hi, my name is Master Sergeant Jeremiah Dawson. I'm a command post controller attached to the 180th Fighter Wing. I'd just like to wish my beautiful girlfriend Ashley, children Emily, Ella, and Christian, and the 180th Fighter Wing Stinger community a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.